Hello, you crafty creepers. Today, I went over some of the comments from the last video about Minecraft server hosting, and some of the sentiment was it was difficult to get the connection to go through, kind of thing. Like people were having errors when trying to connect, and I'm not sure why you would be having that error. Could be a whole number of things, but to make things a little bit simpler, I decided to look at an alternative entirely, which was just free third-party hosted Minecraft servers. Now, they're going to vary a lot, right? And in a lot of scenarios, these are free because they either offer you, ads all the time. They shut down when you're not using them. They erase the world data after X days or whatever, so you have to make a new one each time. Usually there is a lot of constraints to using them. But if you just want something quick and easy, you don't want to worry about setting up anything on your end, you can just use one of these services and they will build the server for you and it'll be ready in usually a couple of minutes. Now, in general, I would probably recommend making like a new email account or something to sign up because it is free. So they will try to use your data and serve you ads probably to, get the costs back. But because of Minecraft being available on ARM now in a kind of effective way, it's usually quite cheap to offer like a small crappy Minecraft server. Like it will probably have like a lower TPS or be less responsive. But anyway, this is one of the lists that I found while checking this out. They've just put this together through Googling and stuff. I found quite a number of them. I'll give them a go. And some of them came back straight up, just wouldn't even let me check them out because I have an ad blocker. I have uBlock Origin installed, and I'm using Zen and requesting, blocked ads and stuff. So these two, I won't be doing Freeze Host and whatever this one is. But I want to test at least 4 or 5 of these, see what it's like. There was this list. It's huge. Like these kinds of services are all over the place and they're virtually the same in terms of what they offer. Some are going to be better performance, some are probably going to be better connectivity. This list is quite good because you can search by location, right? I am based in New Zealand, so usually my closest is Australia. Sadly, they are a bit behind the times when it comes to internet and privacy and stuff like that. Freedom. But hey, I'll give it a go. So yeah, I'll fire it up, test a few of these. There's a couple that look quite nice. Usually, they will offer, they'll let you sign up, they'll let you register. This one even has an app that you download. I generally want to avoid downloading an app for it. This one probably offers other types of services, not just Minecraft, I would imagine. You go fill out this little form. This kind of thing looks pretty cool and promising. There's stuff like this. You see the specs. Some do look a bit more community driven than others as well. Some look kind of tacked on to a business where they try to push you into other plans. Like I'm not sure about this one. There was one in particular that looked really like this kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, here's the free one. You get your entry at free, and then if you want basic stuff like SFTP access, so you can download your world files and stuff quite easily, or updated or what have you if you're using mods. Stuff like this as well. So, you get 10 player slots and 1 gig of RAM, which isn't great for a Minecraft world. You can make it work. The more chunks you have loaded, you're going to want a lot more RAM. So usually the more players you have, the more RAM you need, kind of thing. You can make it more efficient though. And then there's other stuff like this, which is like, everyone gets blah, even the free ones. This kind of thing. Server Pro. So yeah, I'm going to give a few a go. I don't know if I'll try all of them. I'll probably pick 6 or 7. And then see how it goes. I'll test them for latency and stuff. Now, because I am in New Zealand and I'm connected to Australia, there's usually about 20, 30 milliseconds of latency there. So, it's going to differ. If you're in the US, US East, US West, you usually have a distinction of choosing from. This one in particular, no, you don't. So, probably too bad. But yeah, in a lot of cases, though, you're going for free. You don't really care. You just want your Minecraft server to work and you to be able to connect and your buddy to be able to connect. Again, if it's free, don't expect it to last long. So if you intend to go for, a whole 2-week Minecraft phase, probably better to look at something else. Maybe even just rent a Minecraft server for a month for like $5 or however much it is. If you can't do that, you can run a Minecraft server on pretty much anything. You could probably even use your mobile phone to host a Minecraft server, or your crappy laptop that you stopped using 5 years ago and you need to plug in a screen to use it, a screen and a keyboard and mouse. Which those kinds of laptops are really good for this kind of thing. But anyway, I am going to test a few. I will be right back after I've stood a few up. Well, I mean, of the huge list, I cut it down roughly half. So there were some that the email just simply didn't come through. There were some that, so like for this one, Etonos, it didn't even ask for an email, which is amazing. However, it harasses you every 3 seconds about ad blocker. So, but I mean, if that's the only problem, then sure. Mindhost, that was easy as. What's this one? FShost.me. Again, not too bad. This one seems to have if you disconnect for a certain period of time, it will shut it down. Fairly normal. Doesn't seem too bad. Minehut seems to have a 4-hour time limit that you can use each day. Other than that, pretty good. Hidden Cloud, whatever. Seedloaf seems to be one of the better, like more community ones. It's pretty straightforward. Seems sensible. Power Up Stack. This is really easy. Had a bit of a guide to walk through. Play hosting. Oh, I thought I did set up a... Again, fairly standard. This looks like a normal, like, pterodactyl style panel. So I wouldn't expect anything out of the ordinary for it. Boom, away it goes. Magma node, again, seems fine. Boom, there it is. Oh, ad block. Okay. So yeah, a lot of these services. Oh, I'm finally MC host. Yeah, a lot of these services seem to rely on ads or serving you ads. Makes sense. Most of them were fine when signing up. You kind of just whacked in your email, really. There was one at Austin. This one didn't even ask for your email, which is really good in my opinion. But they do serve you ads, which is probably better from their perspective. But hey, anyway, now I'm going to test connecting to them. Righto, so really tedious for some of them because they like have timers and stuff, but I tried to get them all up and running as much as possible. Magma Node, unfortunately, also doesn't like me having ad block. Play hosting has this weird thing where it shuts off and then you go into a queue to reactivate it. Okay, so they should be starting up again now. Power ups, this isn't too bad, but again, it kind of shuts down. So far, my favorite is Seed Loaf. That seems to be the most consistent, like most available and consistent, simplest to set up. Doesn't ask you for much. Hidden Cloud, I haven't bothered to sort that out. This is still 4 hours only. This one had weird like locations. I think it had Germany and Lithuania. And this one also shut off after a while. But anyway, now we can test them. So let's first test Aternos. I expect the ping to be quite bad because this is probably in... okay, I don't know what the... Okay, so 120 TPS apparently. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, this seems to run fine. Can't really check too much, but like it's not doing weird lag stuff. Oh, it's a little laggy on like picking up items, but like it looks fine, right? Like it doesn't. I think that's more of like a paper thing where it. Okay, seems fine. Also, I don't know when they added hydration to Minecraft, but anyway. Okay, updated server. Okay, great. Seed Loaf. So this one is the one I'm looking forward to using. Seems to take a while to connect. Oops, there's some screenshots. 60 FPS, 120 tick. Seems fine. Not doing weird stuff. And I believe with these you control access as well, right? So like if I go, it'll be world settings. Damn the MC man. There's probably some, yeah, whitelist. Okay, cool. So you can whitelist an op from here. So yeah, seems fine. I like the Seed Loaf one. It doesn't give you super extreme stuff, so you get 2 cores, 4 gigs, with 6 gigs of so I imagine the disk is probably going to be the first thing you kill if you have like, you know, 2 or 3 people. It'll just take one dude to like, you know, go really far in a couple of dimensions, and yeah, probably be screwed. But no, I really like seed, whatever it was, Seed Loaf. What else we got? Let's try the play hosting one. So that's the one that kind of shut off after a while. Oh, updated. Okay. That's the other thing. Like I'm using the 121.10 build of vanilla, which is the latest that was in the launcher. I mean, I could probably go back in, try something else. Yeah, paper. So what's this? Okay. 60 FPS, 120 tick. Oh, that. Okay. Ping 5. Alright, so it kind of jumps up. Great. Yeah, so I mean ping's quite bad. Which is kind of expected for me, but like the TPS is fairly consistent. Oh, that's the same one. Yeah, they shut down. No, it'll make a pling plong sound, is it? Minehost. Okay, Minehost is still running. Minehost 121.8. I mean, yeah. To be honest, these all seem about the same, really. It's fairly okay. So this is like 260 ping for Seed Life, which is my personal preference. Atomos. And like the thing, well, one of the things to look for is how frequently the ping changes as well, because if the ping freaks out a lot, like that's quite bad. 600 milliseconds? Holy. Okay, I don't know where it's hosted, but if you're in New Zealand, don't use Atomos. Does it wake up if you try to connect? It does, but okay, well, there you go. So if you just search for a free Minecraft server, chances are fairly likely that you'll find something where you just need to register with your email address. I would highly recommend you make a throwaway email address or create an alias to yours. See, there's a bit of a burst there. It'd feel a bit laggy when you tried to use the server. And yeah, depending on what you need, like most of these will shut offline fairly quickly after you disconnect. So you're not going to be able to run things that keep producing stuff. Like certain redstone machines or certain farms won't work, obviously, because the server will just turn off. So if you are looking for something that supports that kind of stuff, then you would need a server that doesn't shut off, so you probably need to pay for it. You might be able to find something that does this as well. For example, Seedloaf may not turn off. I don't know. But yeah, Seedloaf is definitely my favorite based on what it asks you and stuff. It is worth mentioning that none of these asked for payment details. You could just order and confirm the free plan on all of these that I tested successfully. On the ones that I didn't test successfully, like they were asking for weird things like specifically a Google or a GitHub account or a Discord connection, which honestly isn't that bad. Depending on what the connection is, because sometimes the Discord connections, they could force you to sync a bot that, did stuff to your Discord. So just be mindful of, what you're clicking on always. See, Atomos has just stopped now. So it's inactivity. After a while, it will shut off. But yeah, there you go. I am very happy with what I've uncovered. But yeah, just be mindful of where you put your personal information and your email address in the internet, and make a temporary throwaway or protections basically. Anyway, this is just a solution if you don't want to self-host, basically. Let me know your thoughts and experience. I want to know what it's like to play on one of these servers that constantly needs to be resuscitated. I'm sure you would have some very entertaining stories about how your world would change and not change. Keep it easy. See ya. Bye.